right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Art Talk. So today I just wanted to talk about an ideal life, right? Doesn't that sound good? An ideal life. What does that look like? What could that actually be? And I do a lot of writing. I sit there, oftentimes in a meditative state, and I just sit and do nothing a lot of times. I don't always have my phone on me. I believe in sitting. Because thoughts will just come into your head, and when you're sitting, the things that and I've written it down here, just different things that I wanted to share with you, just to sort of think about to help you try to attain that ideal life. But before I tell you about what I do for almost like a meditation aspect, or just really feeling life, just what I wrote down, because this is where this happens. All of a sudden I'm just sitting, I'm just staring, I'm just listening. Actually, I'll just tap into that to be able to get yourself to a place where you allow things to happen and therefore try to create your ideal life. And it's allowing yourself to sit in your own thoughts and contemplation. That's what we're doing. We're way too engaged in way too many other people's lives. You know you are. You're looking at not only what you're watching on TV, whether it's reality shows you're watching on TV, or the programs you watch on TV, or on your phone, whether you're on Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest, whatever you're doing, you're always involved in someone else's life somehow. It's just crazy how it's like, what about my life? I'm just like so focused to where almost the sad thing, because of that, we've become detached in a way that's not so great, and we've become detached in a way that I feel like we don't have as much compassion or care for a lot of things that happen to people in this world anymore. We may say we do, but the reality, it happens so quick. That thing that happened to your friend that just happened, you heard about that thing, oh my God, that's so terrible, that's so bad. But all of a sudden there's that next story of that next person, and that next story of that next person. And all of a sudden that thing's being talked about, and the next day it's no longer being talked about. And it's just like we're just jumping from one emotion to the next so quickly that you don't even get time to spend within an emotion, within a feeling of just, let me just really take this in. Let me just realize what just happened here. Let me just pay attention for a second. And that's what happens when you're just constantly scrolling. It's just one story to the next. Like, these stories don't even have any meaning anymore. They have no purpose anymore. And it's something that I think about all the time. It's just crazy. So that's why I want you to think about, when you're going to sit and you're doing nothing, go outside. Sit outside of your house, your apartment, your studio, wherever you're at, your workplace. And you don't have to be on your phone. Put the phone away. Don't even take it with you. Keep it away from you. The only thing you should have with you is a pad of paper to write down your thoughts that are going to start coming to you and being created. So the things that you want to do in this situation are, when you're just sitting doing nothing, is number one, just listen to sounds. You may hear the planes, you may hear birds, you may hear dogs barking, you may hear lawn mowers, you may hear people talking, whatever it is, you may hear the wind blowing. Just listen, just sit there in contemplation. Another thing to do is observe what's around you. Just look around you, look at the trees, look at the swing, look at the dogs, look at the people walking, look at the bench, look at the trash can, look at the clouds. Just look. Look around you. Look at every single area. Every single place you look at, there's something else going on. There's something going on over there. There's something going on over here, which is different from there. There's something going on over there, which is different from here and there. There's stuff happening all the time. You may even get focused on a bee, just going into a little, trying to get into that little flower, and just observing what it's doing, that hummingbird, right? You know what I'm saying? It could be so many different things, but you allow for that. And you could be listening to the sound. You could be looking with your eyes. You could be doing those individually. Otherwise, you're doing it both. You're looking and you're listening at the same time, right? So you're doing both. Another thing you may be doing while you're just sitting there in empty spaces, dream up some exciting story, some concept with you in it. You know, what is that story, that fantasy, that dream? God, I kind of like, what I really love to have is, man, I just want to have a house on a beach, and I want it to be a very quiet beach, and I'd love for there just to be, I have like my little kayak so I could go out in the mornings before the waves get too big, and envision that and put yourself there again, whatever it is for you, whatever that ideal situation is, just dream that up. Think about that, all right? Think of things you're neglecting. So just while you're just sitting there, you're observing, you're listening, you might be thinking, God, man, I haven't spoken to my parents in a long time. I should really give them a call. Write it down on a note, right? It just comes to you. Put that down. Things I'm neglecting. Man, I'm really neglecting paying attention to my health. Let me just, maybe I keep saying I want to do something, but I'm not doing. Okay, write that down. Get all these thoughts and troubles out of your head and put it on paper, all right? You might have your pad of paper with you. Think about projects you think you want to start, for the future. Maybe there's a convention coming up. You want to start preparing. I want to get my stuff together for Lightbox. Maybe I should have some postcards made. Maybe, God, what can I do with that? Maybe it might be fun to do an image of this and that. And again, allow yourself just to dream up and think. Think of what you have. Think of what you have, and you're enjoying it. God, I have I guess a beautiful day today, and I'm outside in my backyard, and all my trees are grown in, and it looks pretty good, and I got food in my refrigerator, and later on tonight I'm excited because I'm going to go see a movie with my parents or my friends or, something, right? Just think about the stuff that you do have, and that's all part of that meditative process that you kind of want to think about. All right, for your ideal life. So what I ended up writing down, what I interpreted, I say this is an ideal life to me. And I wrote, approach life with relaxation and ease. That's the most important fact, right? While doing the everyday stuff that needs to get done. Don't react, just do. Pay attention, listen, watch, participate, and take action. I'll say that again. Approach life with relaxation and ease while doing the everyday stuff that needs to get done. Don't react, just do. Pay attention, listen, watch, participate, and take action. And that's what it comes down to. You're going to be doing your everyday stuff anyway. And that's what it is. So if you could just go into it like today, I'm making this art talk today. All right, this is a Monday. This is you guys aren't seeing this till Friday. This is part of my long laundry list of stuff that I have to do on Mondays. I got my Mondays jam-packed with just doing my private mentorships that I do with people, doing all my Disney stuff, working on all my work that I'm doing for Disney and my meetings there, and just everything else from creating my newsletter for the Academy, creating my video for the Academy. There's so many things that have to be done, but I could go into this with just oh my God, I got so much stuff I got to do. This is going to be better than one thing to the next. And my God, and just be complaining and moaning and bitching and griping about, I got to do this stuff anyway. So why not just move into it with that place of, let me just do it as I do it. Let me just ease into this. Let me just relax into this. And let me do it with my best ability. Let me give the attention that it deserves to this because this is what needs to be done. And that, my friends, is how you live an ideal life. Without this chaos, without this madness. It is that surrender you've heard me talk so much about, and that's what it comes down to. But that's, I think, that's all we're trying to achieve. That's all we're trying to get to in our lives, is just a level of just calm and happiness and joy and enjoyment, and that's what it is. How can I attain that? Does it mean that in order to achieve all those things, do I have to have all of this? No, most likely not. You don't have to have all of these things. You just need to be. You just need to live. You just need to show up. You just need to participate. You just need to listen. You just need to not be non-reactive. You just need to do just one thing at a time. You need to live piece by piece, and doing that. And all these sort of steps are going to get you to where it is that you want to be mentally, physically, and when it comes to your own artwork and developing. And you might find some days it's not for you to draw, that you're just not feeling it. You just don't want to do it. You're not feeling it anymore. You're going to go through those bouts where you're going to be a drawing machine. And then those other moments where you're not a drawing machine. And you know what? That's perfectly okay. And that's what we got to allow ourselves. Just, I'm going to go through my days, do what I got to do. All right. So that's what I want to share with you today. Hopefully that was helpful, and I will talk to you again next week. Take care.